My name is Jen Gastelum. I am the Community Engagement Specialist at Mesa Art Center. And in this video, I'm going to guide you through an easy creative activity that you can do at home using items that you have around the house. And this will just be the first project in a series of 4. If you stick with us through all 4, you'll have a final project at the end that you can use all of the pieces you made previously to put together your own installation at home. And this will contribute to a larger installation that gets put in downtown. So before we get started, you'll want to gather your materials. It's pretty simple. You'll need some scissors. You'll need a box of some sort. So if you have something that you threw in the recycling and you got to use it, that's a perfect plan. Cereal box, cracker box, pancake mix box, anything that you want. And then you'll need paintbrushes, something to put your paint in. You'll need paint, whatever colors you love. And you'll need a piece of paper that's a little stockier if you have it, so it can hold everything that you're going to be gluing to it. And last but not least, you'll need glue. So first we're going to break down our box and we're going to cut out our shapes. So these are my cactus, and then I did a couple other little ones over here. Alright, so I did a number of cactus, and then I also did a few kind of oblong shapes that I think will look nice as the clouds. So, since we're doing a scene, next you're going to want to paint. Put your first coat of paint. So, grab whatever colors you love the most. Keep in mind, this does not have to be realistic, so it can really be kind of a fantasy of whatever color cactus you would like it to be. I think that it would be great if there were pink cactus and yellow cactus and blue cactus, so that's the direction that I am leaning. You're going to probably need more than one coat depending on what kind of paint that you're using. So let's just get our first coat on and go from there. So while I'm waiting for these to dry with their first coat, I am going to take my paper that I'm going to be building my scene on, and I'm going to do some kind of abstract shapes on that as well. And you can use whatever kind of paper and whatever kind of paint that you want for this part. I personally like watercolor, so I'm going to go with watercolor paper, and I'm going to use watercolor as my background. Okay, so I did my piece like this. It needs to dry, so I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to set it aside, let it dry. And my cactus, I think, need another coat, so I'm going to do another coat of paint on my cactus. And then we'll be ready to start putting our scene together. Okay, so my cacti are now in need of a little bit of time to dry, so I'm going to walk away and let this dry for a few minutes so that everything is super dry and ready to be put together on the paper for my beautiful rainbow desert scene. Okay, so all of my pieces are good and dry, so I'm ready to start gluing these guys onto my page. You can play with it, play with what you want the orientation to look like. Maybe put the taller pieces in the white areas. Don't be afraid to let the pieces overlap on each other. and then just go to town. Just get them glued on there. I like the method of adding my glue when it's liquid by putting it on my palette and then using a paintbrush to add it. But depending on what you're using, that may or may not be the best bet for you. It's just something I learned from my kids' school. So we're gonna go with that. While I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and add in just some details with black because I like the way that that looks. But you can do whatever you want. You could even use a totally different color just to add in some dots on my cactus to show that they're spiky, some little waves around my clouds to show that they're kind of billowy. But you can add as much detail or as little as you want, or just skip this part entirely. Alright, just a little bit of drying that still needs to happen, but it's more or less secure, and we have a finished piece of your desert landscape. Don't forget to sign it, throw your name on the bottom or your family's name, and throw the date on there so you remember this time where you created a beautiful piece of art together. So we are doing multiple more videos, a total of 4. The idea is that we are coming together at the end of this to create a final piece and also an art installation in downtown with your contributions. Since we're in this strange time, we're not sure that we can collect things physically from you. So in the meantime, we would love for you to take a photo of your piece that you created and send it to engagement@mesaartscenter.com. And just share with us what you're doing. You can use the hashtag Together in the Desert and post it on social media. And we, along with our partners, will share your post, and you may have the opportunity to win some cool prizes along the way too. So stay tuned for the next time that we do our next project. We're super excited about this one. It's another using recycling materials to create something new and contribute to a final piece that you'll use with this cool landscape you just created. So thank you and stay safe.